In my previous video, I talked about exam nerves and how it was important to acknowledge them and to accept that they existed rather than trying to ignore them and make them completely go away. Otherwise they get huge and they can interfere with the exam process and get overwhelming. This video is to extend a little bit more on that principle about all emotions and reasons why it's important to actually confront and to address and to face and acknowledge our feelings, and so that as a way of dealing with them and then allowing them to not take over and consume us, as a way for them to actually be released. So this is a little trick I have using a Chinese finger trap, and you might see these in children's party bags or gift joke shops, because it is kind of a bit of a gift, but a joke, but it's a really useful tool, and it's been a really powerful tool to use with my clients in explaining this principle. So if we see the finger trap as being representing ourself, our whole being, so that's our emotions, our thoughts, our physiology, everything. So this is us. Now we're going to have two parts to this. This part here is our self, it's our being, it's our conscious self, it's our thinking, it's our awareness, and we have that part, and we have our feelings. So this is difficult feelings, good feelings, but these are our feelings, and we're going to put them all in here together because they all do belong here together. Now normally with clients, so at the moment with the fingers together at this distance apart, they can possibly see each other in the distance, but they're not really doing much there. They're sitting there, not doing much. Now these feelings, they kind of want to show their way, so they kind of come towards you, and when you do see them, and you might see them heading towards you, it's normal to try and avoid them. It's trying to do avoidant behaviours, to distract yourself, to pretend that they're not there or they don't exist, just get on with it, all those kind of thinking processes. And what we're saying is what we want to do is trying to avoid, is not look at them. So we're going to pull our fingers away from each other. So I'm not going to look at my feelings. But if anybody knows about a finger trap, do we know what's going to happen? Do we know what happens? The names and the title, it is a trap. You get trapped. So the more you pull away from your feelings and your emotions, the more trapped you get, the more stuck you get. You start generating behaviours that are about avoiding these feelings, so it causes all sorts of problems in your life as well. So you might resort to drugs and alcohol, or not going out, avoiding people, all sorts of behaviours that can cause some real problems because you're not facing those feelings. So we're stuck, it's causing maybe some anxiety and stress. It's like, how am I going to get out of this? I don't know how I'm going to get out of this. I'm really stuck. So the opposite, what we need to do is confront that feeling. It's about bringing them together. So right now you can't see it, but in the middle, my fingers and our face are joined together. They're touching each other. They're saying, hi, I can see you, I'm here. As a result of that, I now have movement. There is now movement to make some choices, to do something about this, to think about what's going on. And in doing so, we can free ourselves. And this feeling, maybe it's flown away, maybe it's gone. Maybe it's still there, but we know it's there, it's comfortable, it's okay, it's sat there. But we can still see it and we know it's there. Suddenly we feel calmer because there is movement, there's choice. We can bring them together, we can pull them apart, we can make them go away. So it's a really good example of just showing you why sometimes, even though those feelings are really, really difficult to face, it can be really, really helpful to actually confront them, even though it's really painful and really difficult, because actually the alternative of avoiding them, of ignoring them, trying to make them go away, can actually cause you huge problems and tensions that you aren't even aware of probably most of the time. So I hope that's a useful illustration for you.